My name's Kirsten. I drive a 2020 wide-body Charger Scat Pack. This is my minivan. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I daily drive it, and I hope to turn it into not the daily, but more of a show car coming this year sometime. Initially, when I started in the car scene, I didn't have a nice car. I had a 2003 Dodge Durango. Like, that was my car, and I loved it. I took care of it. I took pride in it. And when I got my first job, it was selling cars. I had enthusiasts coming in. I had families coming in. I had a wide array of people coming in, and I just fell in love with cars. And so I bought my first car not knowing how to drive a manual. That kind of stepped me into it, and then from there I just kind of fell in love with it. I mean, I changed my spark plugs in my apartment complex, and then I met my husband, who had ideally the same car. I had a BRZ, he had an FRS, and one thing led to another, and he just showed me different things. Like, we installed a supercharger, we've done numerous things to this thing. We used to go to a car show. There would be days that I would park next to him and he would have his FRS and I would have my BRZ. And just people would come up and talk to him about his build, and little did they know it was my car that they were talking about. And he would just simply say, like, this isn't my car, this is her car. And like, it was always that, like, oh, okay, cool, and then like on to the next. But it was never like something that someone took the time to talk to me about my build because it was female built. So it kind of hurt, not gonna lie. It kind of hurt not being listened to because of who I am or where my background is or how much knowledge I have in it. Like, I'm not knowledgeable in everything, but I love to learn. And I love that my kids get to follow in on that, and it's always hard. I mean, anything in any job, if it's dominated by someone, something, a race, color, whatever it may be, it's always hard. But I stopped listening to it after I had my kids because I don't want my daughter to go through what I went through about people's opinions and caring about them. So seeing her liking cars and being a part of it really makes me feel good. It makes me feel like my kids are prideful, just like I am, for the things that we build. So it might not be perfect. I mean, it's not perfect. There's imperfections that drive me nuts, but it's mine. Sometimes it's better to stop and think about what it is that you want in the car instead of what other people want. Because initially, I think that's where I went wrong, was, will people like it? Am I doing the right thing? Am I portraying myself in my car in the way that I want people to think? I just want people to be open to their own builds, like having their own opinions on it, because my car is by far probably not something you might see, especially with stickers. It's not common, it's not, a lot of people don't like it. But if I have to say one thing, I want people to be themselves and just show who they are through their car.